We need to start again.
Okay.
I didn't even greet you.
It's all right.
No, wait, we need to start again.
Okay.
Stop. Let's start.
Let's get into it.
Right, so welcome to Everything Personal. I'm your host, Jess Herman. This is a brand new, fresh podcast where we get real, raw, and unapologetic. If you're easily offended, this might not be the podcast for you. But if you're here for the laughs, honesty, and everything else in between, let's get into it.
Love it. I wouldn't believe that this is your first podcast. I won't lie. This is so cool. Okay, let's
I know, right? Like, this is my first podcast. What? I feel like it's going to be like the start of like so much more.
Yeah.
I just feel it. Mm-hmm. And like when we get older, like we can look back on this and be like, oh my gosh.
It's going to be so fun.
We did that.
It's scary.
But anyways, today I'm joined by a very special guest. This is Welz.
Hey guys, nice to meet you. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Thank you so much for making time to be here and just be my first guest on my podcast.
No problem. Anytime.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we've been friends for like 6 or 7 years now.
I think maybe even longer. Like what?
Yeah.
Since we're 15 years old.
Yeah,
so
since
it might
we're
be
like
a little
15.
bit longer. It's almost 10 years now. It's like almost 10 years.
It's like almost 10 years,
Yeah.
which is so crazy.
A decade, dude.
But like I've always, since high school, like I've always seen you as this really like confident, but like shameless in the best way kind of person.
Appreciate that.
You're always the person to ask the questions that everyone else is too afraid to ask. You're always that guy in the friendship
Yeah.
group. And I think that's why we got along so well, because it's just, yeah.
Just head on.
I'm not even hating on you. Like,
no,
you know?
of course. Of course.
But anyways, so my first question for you, right, is because you are this person that asks all these like provocative questions and, you know, you really like dig deep into who people are. So has there ever been a moment where like you've said something and you're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that? Or like you've had to think before saying something?
I think, look, like every time I ask someone a question like that, or if I meet someone new, like I always try to calculate how the person will react. So I never ever have like a situation where I'm like, oh wait, I shouldn't have said that, because it's like, if the person takes offense, at the end of the day, I can't really do anything, especially if it's my first time meeting someone. Like, first impressions matter for sure, but like, at the end of the day, dude, like who really cares?
Exactly,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? So it's like, I try to calculate it before I even like go that far. Like what could come out of this? Like how could the person react? And then depending on how they react, then the conversation will either carry on or die right there on the spot, to be
Exactly.
honest.
But I feel like it's really difficult to sort of guesstimate how people are when you first meet them, right?
100%.
Because people are really cool when you first meet them, and then like they can switch up like really easily.
Very quickly.
So, like I said, like you know, has there ever been a moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like why did I say that kind of thing?
I think in this situation, it's like I'll only feel that way if the person reacts a certain way. So like not me saying the thing, like I won't be like, oh wait, why did I say that? Until that person is like, excuse me, like what is wrong with you? Why would you say that? But I also don't ask like crazy questions, like the conversations that we have off the bat of meeting someone. You know what I mean? Like I need to be like comfortable and see like, okay, what do you think? Like what's your worldview before I really take it to like the level,
like
that we
the level,
talk about
like
stuff.
the raw, honest, like the raw, like the core of you,
exactly.
like, you know what I mean? But like, I get that it does take a while to peel the layers off of people, as well as yourself when you're first having like interactions,
100%,
right?
Yeah.
Like, and to actually be real with yourself and with that person. So, I mean, on the topic of like first impressions, what is something that someone has just assumed of you, like off the bat, that, you know, what is something that people assume of you when they first meet you?
There's so many, man. Like there are so many things. I think one of the things is that like I'm a bit like arrogant. Like that used to be a big thing, especially in high school. Like people used to think I was like this cocky, like big head guy. But nowadays I think it's that people automatically assume that I judge them for doing things that I don't do anymore, or things that I used to do. So like if I'm out with someone, so I don't drink anymore, right? But if I meet someone, or if I'm with someone who knows that I don't drink, then they'll be very hesitant, like if we're at dinner, to order a glass of wine, because they automatically assume that I'm going to be like that person drinks. But they don't understand that it's like more of a personal choice. Like my choices should never ever reflect on you. Like, don't ever take what I do as the standard that I hold to everybody else.
Of course.
In a situation kind of way. Do you get what I'm saying?
But I think within your friendship group, you have a really, really good circle of friends.
Lovely.
So, and it's nice that you can have a circle where I think you're able to be that person, and like, I think they know that you're not judging them, you know?
100%. I hope so. But like, there's never been a situation where, like, with my close friends, where they felt like, oh, Welz is judging me because of A, B, C, and D. It's usually with people that like I kind of know, people that I'm like well acquainted with.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's so crazy. Like, just because you make a choice for yourself, and I mean, same, I don't drink as much as I used to. Like, cool, I'll have a drink or two, like when I'm away or whatever. But I've made a lot of new friends in that process of me, like choosing not to drink and whatever. And it's always like, oh yeah, I'm going out this weekend. But they say it in like a way where I'm like judging them. I'm like, bro, please do what you need to do.
Dude,
like, have some fun. I mean, this is just my choice. Like, that's literally it, right? No, I get that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What influences your choices, like, to make kind of like to do certain things? Like, why did you decide all of a sudden to like cut back on drinking?
So, okay, the reason why I like kind of cut back on drinking was because I was a student, and that was crazy.
It was insane.
That was crazy.
It was a lot.
Like,
it was a lot.
Looking back, I think like in the moment, I'm like, okay, cool, this is like normal, and this is like fun and cool. And then like I got out of there and I was like, bro,
like, wow,
what just happened? It felt like a fever dream.
It's insane. Like, and it all went by so quickly, but like, I don't know, dude, like I think back to those times and I'm just like, it's kind of like a situation. I don't like being cliche, but where you look at that version of yourself and you're like, I don't even know who that person is, you know?
No idea.
Granted, you were young, but
of
still,
course. And I feel like not everyone, I guess it's different for a lot of people, but I think we have to go through those things to be like, okay, no, that's not me.
For sure.
Like, that's not who I am. And then I started working, and then it was like, dude, going to work with a hangover
can't happen, bro. It cannot happen.
It can't.
Yeah.
It literally can't unless I've got like 5,000 gallons of like caffeine.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm like set to go. But
like a racehorse, you're just ready to go. Yeah.
It's just not compatible with the lifestyle I'm living now. I'm always busy doing something, and especially with the fact that like I'm meeting clients. Imagine like you're meeting me as my client for the first time, and I'm like so hungover. My eyes are like black from like not sleeping.
I couldn't.
And it's like, okay, I must trust this person
to handle my business and handle my affairs. It's impossible.
You know what I mean? It's like, but essentially also just health. I think it made me feel a lot healthier mentally, physically as well. It just pushes you to be more like motivated when you don't have that thing of being hungover, or
100%.
You have even the plans of like, okay, Wednesday night I'm going out and I know that I'm going to get drunk. So it's like you plan your whole week around that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. I've seen it. Like, it's literally like, okay, you stop planning it on a Sunday. Imagine, like, you put so much work into like planning, getting fucked up, and then also like the aftercare that comes with that, then like you do with anything else. Like, it's kind of crazy to see. Like, I've seen a lot of people do that kind of a thing, but no judgment, of course.
No judgment, but like for me personally, like I was prioritizing that, which is like, if I want to get anywhere in life, I cannot prioritize that. But like I said, like drinking is not a bad thing. Like if you want to go out and have fun, then I think that's also a sign of like you can do both.
Yeah.
And that's really cool for some people. I'm just not that person. I simply just cannot do both.
Likewise.
Like it's just, my mind can't handle that.
It's a lot. It
is a lot. Sorry, I hope you don't mind I have my laptop open.
No, go crazy.
It's just like, I think it also makes you feel like a little bit comfy.
Yeah,
I'm like
you're
okay.
so like professional and like in your situation. No, do you think?
Okay, cool. So you run a business and you study simultaneously.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy.
Fucking insane.
It's really intense.
It's really crazy. Like, it hurts a little bit. I won't lie to you.
It's a lot. And I think for me as someone who, as a third party of what you're going through, sometimes I think to myself like, Welz is batshit crazy for being able to do both studying and work, because I've studied and now I'm working and I can't imagine myself doing both. It's a lot. So tell us a little bit more about your business and your studies, just in general.
100%. So I'm studying law at the University of Pretoria. I'm in my 3rd year. Should be in my 4th, but we had some slip-ups along the way, which we'll get into maybe a little bit later. And I run a digital marketing agency called WMS Digital Media. We do social media marketing for people. We manage people's LinkedIns, and we're looking to scale into doing Shopify store like management. So people who have online stores, we manage their stores for them, keep up their websites.
Which is huge right now.
It's massive.
Huge.
It's insane. Like e-commerce is a huge industry. So those are mainly like my 2 things. And then I have another project that I'm working on, which is more of like a script, which we're getting ready to pitch to like streaming platforms soon.
Okay. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's a secret project, but I don't mind sharing it. Yeah.
That's so
exclusive for the Everything Personal podcast.
Literally exclusive. You heard it here first on Everything Personal.
So yeah, I'm working on that, and then I also want to start up an e-commerce store in the back half of the year, so like June-ish, something like that.
That is so exciting.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And
how are you feeling?
I'm stressed out all the time, to be completely honest with you. Like every day is like you kind of have to be on go. Like I'm sure you know, like you have a job as well. Like you can't slip up, especially when you're in an industry where like you depend on clients to make money. Like you have to be the person that is always chasing after them, always making sure that you maintain relationships, always making sure that you fulfill the work that they need to be done. So I would say like WMS is probably like the second most heavy one, and then the script writing is probably the first one. So it can be pretty intense, but it's all exciting stuff. Like overall, I'm quite excited about it.
I feel like excitement and stress, they really go hand in hand, right?
100%.
Like it's the same feeling.
Literally,
It's you feel the exact same like when you're excited and stressed about something.
It's just that one's like kind of bad, one's kind of good, but it's like the same level of like
but you have exactly, but you have the level, you know yourself well enough to know the difference between 100%. When you're feeling excited and stressed. But that all sounds really, really exciting and a lot, but like it's incredible that, you know, early 20s and you're doing such monumental things, things that are going to define your life and your financial well-being
has to be
for the rest of your life. And it's really commendable. I think a lot of people our age, like, you know, it's either or for them. It's either like they're studying their asses off for this insane degree, or they're working. It's really difficult to find people that are doing both. And like there's no shade to people that study.
No, of course.
Like no shade. Like seriously, studying is important. Education is important.
100%.
Like,
Completely
and
agree.
it's a foundation for the rest of your life, right? But to meet someone who can do 3, not even 2, like 3 things at the same time is so crazy.
Can I be honest with you though?
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of not next to impossible. Like I'm not going to say it's impossible to do, but
of course,
like you kind of have to be operating at like the highest level, or at least trying to operate at the highest level. Like I'm not saying I'm like Jeff Bezos. I'm not saying I'm like Elon Musk. These guys that work like 110-hour weeks. Like these guys are doing some crazy things, but that's kind of like where I'm trying to hit towards, right? That's like the goals that I want to hit. Like I really, really like the idea of becoming a billionaire, because it's like a billion is such like a concept, like such a crazy concept that you can't fathom in your head. Right? Like it's
you always think millionaire. Like no one ever thinks billionaire.
Never. Like the difference between a million and a billion, like to put it in perspective, 31 days is a million seconds. 31 years is a billion seconds. That's how crazy the difference is between 1 million and 1 billion. So for me to like create something or do something with my life that can be quantified into something so unfathomable for people to understand is like, it's like the reason why I try to do everything that I do. So going back on like the work hours, like I said, I'm not trying to say I'm like these Forbes top 10 guys.
Of course, but like seriously, like you put yourself on that pedestal because you're allowed to, because you work so hard and you put your whole heart into everything you do. Like put yourself up there. Like you know what I mean? Like give yourself the credit you deserve. Like you can be that person who is like Forbes 100.
Yeah.
You know?
Possibly, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
You have the determination, the grit, and the ambition to do that. And it's rare. Like you said, Jeff Bezos, bro, my English.
It's okay.
And like Elon Musk, like people don't ever think to equate themselves to the work ethic of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you challenge yourself to be like them, you push yourself that extra like 1,000 steps forward.
It is insane. Yeah. Like I think definitely aligning yourself, or like finding a figure to align yourself with, like goals wise. Like even if you don't like they say shoot for the stars or shoot for the moon, but even if you don't land on the moon, you'll land among the stars, right? So it's like, think of it like that, like Jeff Bezos or these high net worth individuals or the moon. And even if you don't land on that, like let's say you're not worth $200 billion, that's like crazy.
Yeah.
Even if you don't do that, you could be worth 100 million, which is still a lot of money, right? Like speaking specifically in the context of money though, because people have different ambitions and we respect that and whatnot. But yeah, so it's like, even if I can align myself with Elon Musk and not land among him, or like be up there with the greats like that, I will still do quite well because I aim to get that far, and falling just short of it doesn't mean that I failed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, why stop at the moon, right?
Exactly. Like, or even further.
Like even further.
Exactly.
I don't know, like planetary systems, but like really well.
Milky Way, Uranus, Saturn, yeah, all of them.
The planet like after the moon,
the
like
last time,
like
last at the end,
yeah, like the third, second last one, or even like beyond that. You know, I don't know.
Out of the galaxy or something.
Yeah, no, that's not my specialty, but
no, neither. I love space though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just really cool.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you. And it's amazing what you're doing. Like, because I've known you for such a long time, like, you know, high school and now to this.
Yeah,
it's so
like
insane.
Adulthood. It's crazy, dude.
But you haven't, like, you've changed physically and mentally since high school, right? And that's a journey that, like, I've been able to, like, witness from the sidelines. And it's really, like, it's impressive that you have this. I don't think everyone is like this. You have this like automatic, also like what it seems like from my point of view is like you have this automatic thing where like you love yourself a lot and you just want to become like better.
Yeah, all the time.
And it's always been like that for you.
Yeah.
Since you were young. And people only really get this characteristic when they're in their 20s. And you've had this since you were in high school.
Yeah, I think it's like the reason why it's like that is because like I listened to this podcast so long ago, like almost like maybe when we were in grade 11. So for context, that's when we were like 17 years old.
Yeah.
I listened to this podcast and this lady was saying like, why would you not do everything that you possibly can do to become the dream version of yourself? Because we all do it. Like when we were younger, we were all imagining like, by the time I'm this age, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But you fall in love with the idea of it or with the dream, but you kind of forget that you need to actually work to get towards that. Like you saying you want to be somewhere in 10 years doesn't mean that after 10 years we'll automatically be there. You have to work at it every single day of your life until you get to that point to become the person that you want to become. And that's kind of like what I practice myself to kind of at least like get to this point here. Like I'm not done yet. Like trust me, I'm not done yet. But to get this far and to make those changes physically and mentally, it's like working on yourself every single day to become that dream person that you want to become.
You're right, exactly. And it's like, and you listen to a podcast and that helped you, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Which is also another reason why I'm doing this. But like, for other people, we absorb so much information.
Too much information.
Way too much information. And it's like, the fact that stood out for you, it's like, I can't like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, we absorbed way too much. And the fact that stuck with you and you actually like took it in your stride and you applied it to your real life, there's not many people that can do that. They're like, oh yeah, like I just listened to like Mel Robinson.
Yeah.
And she said let them.
Mel Robinson actually.
And like she said, I love Mel Robinson and I love the let them theory.
Yeah.
But it's like, you'll just say like, oh, I did this and I listened to that. And it's like, okay, you're telling me that you did, but I don't see that being applied to your life.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's also like you did it once. Like it's great. Like let's just say Mel Robinson says, go on a walk and move your body. doing it twice doesn't mean that now that's a part of your character, or that like you're amazing at it, or that you've practiced this thing. You need to work at it and actually, like you say, apply it in your life. Like make it your reality. Don't just do it once or twice and be like, I listened to Mel Robinson podcast and I did that. Because
slay the house booster on Mel. I listened to you, but I'm not even applying anything to my life. Like she doesn't want that. She's like, she's not just putting it out there as entertainment. It's not entertainment. It's like actual things that you should be doing.
Yeah.
And you did. And like, that's so cool.
Thank you.
So it's like those small things that I think push you, 100%. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's just...
I'd say like probably the biggest thing, or like the core thing about this whole thing that we're talking about, is like your intent. Like you need to have the intention to do the things that you learn about, right? So like if you're going into a podcast, like for me, when I was 17 and I listened to that podcast, I was seeing, you know, all of these like rappers and all of these guys living this extravagant life. And I was like, okay, I want to be able to afford that, or not even live it, but to be able to be in a position where if I wanted to do that, I can. And that was my intention going into it. But if you're going into a Mel Robinson podcast, or what do they call, self-improvement podcast, just because, and you don't have any intention of doing that for yourself, then obviously it's not going to stick.
Yeah, of course. Like, of course. Yeah. But like I'm saying, like I don't think that intent lies within a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of just to fit in and just say, oh, I listened to that podcast too.
That's a scary thing.
It's so
like,
crazy.
Don't fit in. Like, why do you want to fit in?
Exactly.
Like, why do you want to be like everybody else?
That is, I think, like, okay, that whole thing of like, I'm actually going way off topic right now, but like, I want to talk about this, right? That thing about how people want to fit in, that actually goes back to us when we were like cavemen. That whole theory.
Okay.
So
I think I've heard this before, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite a popular thing. But when we were cavemen, like obviously we needed groups of people to survive. You know, you had like the hunters and like the people who were staying home, and like the women who were childbearers at the time. And like, you know, we all needed each other to survive. Because what people like survived until they were like, I don't know, 20 or like 30 back then.
Like a saber-toothed tiger will just pop out the corner and
yeah, exactly. Like then it's chai, it's over.
It's over, yeah.
So that whole thing of us needing each other and needing to fit in and being like that is actually innate. And it's like we need each other to survive. Yeah. And now we've progressed to a point in time where we actually don't need a lot of people to survive in this world.
100%. Yeah.
We actually, to survive, like primarily, we just need ourselves.
True.
So that's why it's like, bro, we don't actually, like, you don't need to fit in.
I don't think so. Like, I don't think so at all. It's like you're not in a position anymore where like if you're not in a community, or if you go away or steer away from the group, that like we said, saber-toothed tiger will kill you, right? That was the whole point. It's about like safety and about feeling like social and socializing with people, which is a very like important thing. Like you do have to socialize with people, but wanting to be like everybody else because of the fear of getting ostracized by those people, I think is something that a lot of people need to get over.
Like just get rid of those people. Yeah. If you can't be yourself, rather like with the people you're around, rather just be by yourself for a bit and actually just be yourself and find the people where you can be that.
100%. Find your crowd.
Find your crowd. Find your people. And it's very difficult for people to do that.
Very.
Personally, it's been very difficult for me. Always. This is like, okay, this is supposed to be about you, but anyway.
It's all right. We go off each other. It's all right.
But personally, like I've always struggled to find a group of people where like I really can be myself, where I don't have to like change the things I like and like the way I am. Like I'm a little bit weird. And I don't even mean that in like a pick-me way.
Same, dude.
Like seriously.
I'm an odd character, yeah.
I'm like weird. Like my humor is like, especially because I'm a girl, like my humor is very like strange.
Just to catch people off guard.
And weird. And yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, for what? Like, did you just really say that? And it's like, yeah, I said that. And I've never been the person to like sort of change. I've always been myself. But like the fact that like you can see people aren't like really approving on that is like really disheartening. It's like, that sucks.
I get you.
I thought I was funny.
Yeah.
And it's like,
why are you making me feel like
why are you making me feel like I'm not funny? Like I'm literally the funniest person I know.
You are funny. Just as hilarious. Yo.
Dude, I'm so funny.
Yeah.
Like this is not even a thing of like, I'm so funny and like.
No, you are funny.
I've never been able to find my people and like, it's just so sad. It's not like that. I swear.
It's real life.
Like
it's for real.
It's so real.
I completely agree.
And I'm still struggling to this day. I'll be so honest with you. I think I have 2 friends.
I see. But like, and I think, so I'll also apply this to myself, but it's like, where do you go though to like find these people? Like what are the environments that you're in that you're trying to?
Because I'm not going to DM someone to be my friend.
You see what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do that. I think that's maybe, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but like,
no,
you
there's
don't have
this
to reach
personally speaking
that far, right? Like to get a friend. Like you can start somewhere else. Like go to church, and if like the person who's in church aligns more with the people that you stay in res with, for example, then become friends with those people. You know,
exactly.
So like, I think you just need to find your environments, or like think about where you like to go and the things that you like to do. Go to those places and interact with those people, and most likely you'll find your crowd.
Literally. And like, okay, so I've made a really, really good friend from work. And we actually went to the same school. How crazy. But like, she was actually 2 grades above me. Hi, Kate. Shout out to you.
Hey. So you guys reconnected.
She's going to be like, oh, I can't believe you mentioned me in this podcast. Like, literally. She's that kind of person. She's so cool. And like, she's so funny. Like, for me to find like other people genuinely funny is so rare. And she's hilarious. And like, so, I'm really grateful that I have that. And obviously I've got my boyfriend, Adam, who is like
the goat.
Bro.
Yeah, the absolute goat.
I
love Adam.
And I love that you guys are friends too.
I love that kid, man.
He's like, and I've never been myself the way I am around him, but he's also helped me become more myself in general. Like, yeah.
And that's important. That's what you need. You need people who bring more of the truest self of you out, not people who force you to like curl up and not like be vocal and not like, imagine like not talking about the things that you like whenever you're around people that are your friends. Like,
exactly. And I get these like intense energy like bursts where like I just have to like get rid of my energy, and like I do like the weirdest shit, which I've always been like, I don't want to do that in front of you.
Can you get an example?
Like, no, it's like, you must actually ask Adam. It's so bad. Like, I'll go and like make like these weird sounds or like weird dances, or like just irritate the shit out of him. And it's like, I'm so glad I can do that.
Like, thank you. He's just like there passing moves on.
Yeah, literally. Like, and he's like,
baby, you go.
He's like, okay, what is going on? Like, I love this, but it's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry, you actually signed up for this. You literally signed your life away when you became my boyfriend. So, yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's move on.
Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to it. Like, we've gone on like 10,000 different tangents, but we're back to where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay, in your circle, you've always been known as someone who gets what they like, who goes after what they want. So what drives you? What keeps you pushing even when things get tough? And what keeps you sane during this insane, like, what, like, you do so much. Like, what keeps you sane? What keeps you going?
I think there's like a lot of things. Like, I'm going to answer and give you an answer that not many people would say. Like, I know people will be like, the fear of failure. And like, no, the music that I listen to very much like helps me idealize the type of life that I want to live. And then understanding that those things are so far from the norm, and understanding that I can't be like the norm if I want to achieve things that are not normal. Do you see what I'm saying? So like the starting point of that though is for sure the music I listen to. Obviously the greatest artist of all time,
Kendrick Lamar.
No, my God, no. Drake.
I knew you were gonna say Drake. Listen, I love Drake.
Yeah.
Love Drake, but like Kendrick is just and The Weeknd. I always forget about The Weeknd. Do you know how much I freaking love The Weeknd?
I always forget about him. You see what I'm saying? You always forget about him. No, I'm joking. But
and Suicide Boys. Anyways, sorry.
Suicide Boys. I listen to a little bit of Suicide Boys. But yeah, like whenever I like listen to a Drake song and he's like talking about something, it's not just helping me idealize it, but like he'll say things in a song that I'm like, what on earth is that? Like you have to be living a certain type of life to understand or for this to be relatable to you. Right. Like in this one song, he's like, I'm staying in the Missoni room at the Bibelos. What the fuck is the Missoni room and what the fuck is the Bibelos? I searched it up. It's like a private room. Yeah. So the Missoni room is a private room in this hotel, like a resort called the Bibelos. I don't think if I didn't listen to that Drake song, I'd ever know what that is, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
it like exposes you to like these different like concepts or these different like things in life that you haven't even come close to experiencing before.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, that's obviously not normal. Like if I went to the next door neighbor here and I was like, yo, like let's go to the Bibelos, he'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Are you
he'd be
crazy,
like, bro,
dude?
what?
Yeah. So it's like to then see those things and like look at those things as like, okay, that's what I want to do. I want to live a life that
where you don't have to Google what it is.
Yeah, where I don't have to, like, I'm just like, oh my God, I've been there before, you know?
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I think like it helps me, the music helps me idealize. And once I idealize those things, then that's how I know like, okay, I have to work towards that. Yeah. Yeah. And then what keeps me sane is like the cliche stuff. Like I gym quite a bit. Like I gym like 6 times a week. Helps me clear my head a lot. Also, you know, when you're inside there and thinking about your life, I would recommend the gym to everybody. Like even if you're not in there like pumping iron or like doing a high rocks challenge, just like go on a walk, like move your body around, get outside and just like let your mind go, you know, or like think about the thing that's stressing you out. And more like 9 times out of 10 you'll come back from that session thinking like, okay, I know how to attack it, or I'm in so much more of a calm space and I can actually go back to thinking about this and problem solving or whatever the issue is that you're dealing with. Caffeine.
Period.
Yeah, caffeine.
Like seriously.
Caffeine keeps me going. When I walked in here, I asked Jess, I was, okay, you can't ask him, but Jess
Ask
knows.
me.
I was holding a Red Bull when I came in here because
No, he was.
Yeah, like that,
fully
that
fully
keeps me
like
going.
Red Bull in hand, ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to get everything personal.
Ready to get inside, deep and personal, you know? So yeah, I'd say like those are like the main things, you know.
Dude, I live on Red Bull.
I also live on Red Bull.
Like
Yeah.
I literally before work every day, so like I work in a shopping center where there's a spa.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like I don't work in a shopping center. Like it's an office inside a shopping center. Okay. Let's just get that level of respect there. Like I said, if you're easily offended, sorry. And like literally every single morning, I won't even open my laptop. I'll just look at my friend and be like, spa. Walk down to spa. Like get like the biggest Red Bull, no sugar. Just down that. Like that thing goes down in like under 5 minutes.
Wait, so you don't get flavored Red Bull?
I only like the apricot one. And that new winter edition is really nice. Have you tried it?
No, I have. It tastes like sweets. Like it's too like...
It's iced vanilla berry.
I don't like it. I don't like
so
it
good.
At all. I don't like it at all. But the apricot one also tastes like medicine.
It tastes like vape juice.
A little bit. Actually, it does. It does.
It does taste like vape juice.
But I hear that though. I hear that. Caffeine is like a very big part of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out caffeine. Thank you for caffeine. Jeez. But I only have one a day. Like I can't have more.
No, same.
Yeah.
And then I feel guilty. I feel bad. Like my body's a temple.
Yeah. Do you ever like get like heart palpitations? Like your heart just...
That's if I have 2.
Yeah.
Like, but even like after Red Bull, like if TMI, but if I don't if I don't eat, or like if I don't eat after I have a Red Bull, that toilet is calling me. Major.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Same.
No, but like
same.
Literally the way to get my morning started, like smoke my vape and have a Red Bull, my stomach is sorted for the day. I'm like ready to go.
It's like a routine. Like if you skip the routine, the toilet is being...
And my friend at work knows. Because I'll take like a bit extra in the bathroom. I walk in, she's like, I'm like,
oh my God.
Sorry.
It's unspoken, but we both know.
We both know. Or like we'll message each other like, how was it? That was good, thanks.
Insane. Oh my God, but I hear that 100%. But yeah, no, caffeine is like a very big part of my life.
Yeah, seriously.
Jeez.
But also like the way you look at music for inspiration is so unique. It's not like you look at like deep songs like, really. My life was a misery and my dad left me, you know, like you don't look at music like that. Like it's basic music that's in front of us.
Literally.
Every single day that 100%. We are like consuming so subconsciously and consciously. Like that's the type of music that we can absorb so easily. You don't have to go out of your way to listen to
100%.
Yeah. But the fact that like you look at it in that way, it's very different. It's very different. It's very unique. I've never heard of someone who's like, what is it again? What is it? Bilosh.
The Bibelos.
Bibelos.
Yeah, the Bibelos.
Bibelos. I'm like, Bibelows. I wouldn't even know how to spell that if I wanted
like,
to Google
I
it.
also sat down and was like, okay, how? And I had to go into the lyrics to see like how do I spell this thing. But yeah.
That's Bibelows.
Bibelos, the Bibelos.
It's so crazy.
It's insane. It's like in Greece or something. I can't even remember where it is. It might even be in like Cyprus or something. It's like up there. Like,
And
it's
we
so
would,
far
yeah,
away.
like
You'd never know what it is.
we
Never.
would just listen, like we would like learn the lyrics and like just say the lyrics and never question.
Ever.
What are we singing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
God's plan. God's plan.
You know, I can't listen to that song anymore. Have you seen that video of that guy that like went viral on TikTok and they're all like at a concert singing God's Plan? That guy is so bad.
He went ahead of the
God's
song.
Plan. Oh,
And
so
everyone was like, yo, what is wrong with this guy?
like it went silent. God's Plan. I was like, ew.
Like you're way ahead.
No.
Yeah. No, it was bad. It was bad.
I can't listen to that song without thinking of that video now. It is.
Oh my
it's
days.
so.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
My whole body like
cringe, eh?
like
You're
the grill is.
like, what is wrong with this guy, dude?
And I don't do cringe well. Hey.
I also don't.
I really don't do cringe well. I love watching it ironically with Adam because it pisses him off so much. Adam's my boyfriend. Sorry.
Shout
by the
out
way,
Adam again.
yeah. And like I just watch it to irritate him, and it's like, but even like I'm struggling, but it just makes me laugh.
I love cringe videos. I'll send you an account that she should look at. Like,
please do,
it's bad.
so I can also share it with everyone.
Like on that level of like, like this guy is.
It's like
he thinks he's the main character, but he's not.
Like I just want to like punch something because of how like the cringe.
Like his stomach literally like curls. I'm like,
yeah, and like my head. Does your face get hot when you cringe?
No. But like my face like goes like I can't not
your
react.
muscles.
Yeah, like I animate myself when I'm cringing. I'm like, like get that out of my fucking face.
Dude, my face gets so hot, and I think like I go red because the secondhand embarrassment for me is just it's rough.
What about if you see it in person?
No, I will literally say to that person that was so fucking cringe.
Like, don't ever do that again.
Please, like, get out of my face. I will never be able to look at you the same. But that's the same for the ick. It's the same thing for icks. I'm telling you.
I don't understand the ick thing.
Yeah, because you're a man.
Like, the ick thing is a bit dramatic.
No, you're a man.
That's my
I don't
take.
think men can get the ick.
I think they can, but I think girls blow it out of proportion.
No, can I?
Dude, I've heard some crazy icks that I'm just like, okay, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we even talking about?
If you have to drop your card on the floor and you struggle to pick it up.
Like, no, you're joking right now. I don't believe you.
Like, okay, not you, because obviously, like, you're not my love interest.
Yeah.
But like, say you are like my love interest and you drop your your card on the floor and you're like, oh, sorry, and like you bend.
And you're trying to like pick it up and
I will block you right then and there. Like, it is done.
So you just wanted to pick it up once.
I just want you to be like, ugh, forget about it.
And just keep on walking. I'll get another one. It's all right. Oh my God.
Cancel that card.
Yeah, cancel
and go to the bank.
Forget about it. Leave it there. Baby, let's go. Apple Pay that bitch and get the fuck out of there.
Apple Pay. You see, Welz, like, I wish more men thought like you.
Yeah.
You don't need that card. Leave that card on the floor.
Leave it alone. Leave your wallet in the car, dude.
Like, it's either you pick up your card and you lose the girl, or you leave the card and you keep the girl.
Give me like one more crazy
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Like, I'll just use Apple Pay. I don't even need that card. And then I'm like, okay.
Like, ooh.
Oh, I like
Cancel
that.
it on the app and get the fuck out of
You're so, like, modern. What's another ick?
Like a crazy one. Like one that I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
You know, actually, like, I think I must have been in, like, first or second year. But my friend, he had a list of about, like, over 150 icks. I promise you.
This is a guy.
I shit you not, yeah.
He had an ick for girls.
Yeah, he's not straight though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gay, right? But like that list was so crazy. And like every single one I was like, yes,
150.
yes, like over 150 icks.
Having a list of icks is an ick. Hot take. No, that's not a hot take. Yeah, that's a bar. Having a list of icks is an ick.
I mean, yeah, if I had to like come across a straight man who like I was interested in and he had a list of icks, I'd be like,
he's like, this is what I don't like.
This is like, that's like beyond an ick.
Like, what are you doing?
That's
bro?
like
get a grip, Maji. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
If you're a man and you have a list of icks, delete that now. Get it out of your phone now. Get it out of there.
Oh, wait, I have another ick. So like, say you're walking in Crocs, your Birks, or like flip-flops, right? Flip-flops are actually ick on their own.
Dude, what? Okay.
Flip-flops are an ick by themselves. Ooh, and like the toe in between
in the middle with the thong thing.
I can't.
Oh my Lord.
Like, thank God, thank the Lord, I have a boyfriend who will never touch flip-flops.
So what does he wear on the beach?
Like slides or like his foam runners. Like a cool person.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fair.
I mean,
fair
look at
enough.
Adam.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
You could look and be like, you don't
Yo,
wear
I actually
flip-flops.
can't imagine him wearing flip-flops.
Bro.
I can't
Oh,
imagine
it looks so bad.
Holy moly.
I love you, but it would look so bad.
Like, oh my days, dude.
Okay, yeah, so say you're like wearing one of those things, right, and you're like walking, and then it like falls off.
Ooh, like
And
it
you
flies
have to
forward.
like,
And you're like hopping back to put it back on.
it either flies forward or like you leave it behind. So you have to, sorry.
Sorry, hold on, guys. Please wait for me.
And then you like wiggle your foot in.
Dude, you're finishing me. Yo, you're finishing me. I can literally imagine. I've seen people do that. I've seen it.
Sorry, my
Like,
flip-flop fell
hold on,
off.
guys, please wait for me. And they like hop back on one foot and then they slide their foot and they're like, okay,
And
let's
then,
go.
like, but when men do it, they like put the flip-flop on and then they do that run.
Oh, yeah, like the...
They like put their foot in and they go, okay, I'm coming. And I'm like, stay there. Like
you're 5 years old, bro. Stay right there. No, I hear that.
It's really bad.
A girl told me that it's icky that I wear Birkenstocks. And I was like, are you being serious? And she was like, yeah, dead ass.
I think the only ick is how much money you spend on Birkenstocks. I think that's the only icky part, because why are you dropping nearly 4K on the same thing that you can get at Cotton On for like what, 400 Rand? I deserve a Cotton On promo for that, by the way.
Yeah, shout out
Maybe
Cotton
like
On.
Berks
Sponsor,
hates me now,
sponsor.
but sorry. And like you don't even, it's not like you see the label, like when you walk around, like your shoe doesn't say Birkenstock. I literally cannot see that.
These are old. Like when they were still fresh, like you could literally see the Birkenstock.
But like, was it bold?
It was very bold. Like take it. I know my shoes dirty. I'm sorry.
Oh, another ick. Another ick. He's just taking his shoe off.
Like look right there. It says Birkenstock.
Oh
so,
shit!
like,
It actually
these
does.
are worn out.
Okay, but who's gonna actually? And that's on the inside of your foot, right?
Yeah, it is on the inside. Yeah. But it's like a if you know kind of situation.
Yeah, but like if I had to see, like say I also had Birks, which I don't. By the way, Birks, like maybe if you want to sponsor me, I'm sorry for bashing you. Your shoes are actually really cool, but like, anywho. Maybe you want to give me like a 20% off code.
I'll take that too.
20% code Jess.
Line it up. Email in the description.
Yeah.
Jess at everythingpersonal.com.
Anyways, I'm going like way off track.
Yeah. It's alright, we just playing.
But
just playing.
Yeah, like if I had like a pair of Birks and then like you had them from Cotton On, I love how it's the other way around.
No, it's like,
I have the Birks,
and I have the
you have the ones from Cotton On. I would be like, oh, those are such cool Birks,
I don't think so. I think
wouldn't
if you
tell the
had
difference.
Birks, you'd be able to see and be like, they're not like me.
You know the cork part of like, is that different? On like...
Yeah, like on the off-brand ones, I'll call them. I won't say the name of the stores, but on the off-brand ones, it's like a layer of cork, like almost as if they painted it on. But this is actual cork. Like this is actual cork. The whole sole is made of cork.
So that that actually makes your feet not stink. Fun fact.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So like in the Nike Airs, right?
Yeah.
They have cork in the shoe.
I did not know that.
So your feet don't stink.
That makes sense. These things never smell.
Yep.
Ever.
It absorbs your sweat and it doesn't make it stink.
Whoa.
I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's really cool, right?
Technology, my dog. Wow.
Yeah.
But on this Birkenstock thing, last thing, don't knock it until you try it, because once your foot is molded into that shoe,
it's like forever molded.
You'll never give it up. Like it is the most comfortable shoe you could ever wear. Sponsor me.
Okay,
it's
say
like,
less.
Yeah.
Maybe I will look at buying a pair of Birkenstocks.
There we go.
Thank you,
Sponsor
Birkenstock.
Sponsor me.
He's just a guest. I'm kidding.
my details will be in the description. They will be in the description. But yeah, look into them though.
Yeah, I think I want my 13-year-old brother. He wants a pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very clean. But you do gotta save up a little bit for them, because now they even went higher. Now they're actually 4,000 on the dot. When I bought mine for 2.7, This was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're 4,000 rand.
Crazy.
Yeah, insane.
That's, well, I mean, investment, right?
I guess I would say it's worth it.
Unless like all your sweats in there, so I'm not sure about that.
But it has cork. So.
It has cork. It has cork. Okay, let's move on because wow, I think we have like kind of touched on this already.
Okay.
But let's see if you have more to offer.
Sure.
So you love having fun.
Having fun?
Yeah.
I love having fun.
You love having fun.
I love it, yeah.
So what's your idea of like a perfect carefree day?
Yo. Look, like as much as I don't really enjoy, no, I'll phrase it like this. Not that I don't like going out. I don't enjoy the nightlife. Like I love going out. Like we can go for like lunch at the nicest place. We can go
2025
to like,
people, men are going to lunches.
Brunch even.
Brunch.
That's someone's ick though.
No, it's not. If that's your ick, then you need to reevaluate your life. Thank you.
Jess has spoken. So like, yeah, like going for lunches or like going to like a, I don't know, like a balcony mix, you know, like something chill. Like I don't really like the intense, like, oh, let's get fucked up. And,
yeah, no, I hate that.
Like,
and like doof,
yeah, like all of that. And the speakers are like,
and that music is so shit. I'm sorry.
It's so bad, bro.
Bro, if you like techno,
please don't come from me.
Just end the podcast right now. I'm kidding. That's like half of like people who will listen
they
to
all
this.
Just click
I'm joking. Techno's cool.
They're all just like, fuck this shit. But yeah, like going out for lunches. I like wholesome things. Let me rather say. Like I can go like after this. I might just go play paddle with the boys for like the next like 3 hours. Like I can.
Yeah, paddle's so much fun.
Paddle is so fucking
It's so fun.
Like, it's so fun. But yeah, I like spending time with like people that I care about, but in places where I can actually interact with them and like speak to them. Like if we're in a club, imagine I'm just like, hey Jess, so how you been? And it's doof.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, boss.
What did you say?
We should make plans. But you're so drunk, you forget that you even asked this person to make plans, and they just become like an abyss in your brain.
And you look in your gallery and you're like, oh, I took a selfie with Jess last night. Okay, like no. Like,
I didn't even like. When did I see Jess?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, hey, did I actually like no? Like,
no.
Like let's go like form bonds and like talk about life and like you know like just become closer, like form like these memories. Like let's go visit a different country, you know, if the budget allows. Like let's do like fulfilling
it's so
stuff.
Expensive. I'm sorry,
so
like off topic again.
It's crazy.
But like Adam and I were looking, right, because I really want to go to China, or like Vietnam or Japan. Actually, Japan. Japan is like the number one for the both of us, bro. Like over 40K just on plane tickets.
Whoa.
Just on the plane tickets. And that's on Iffy, nothing. Nothing. It's on nowhere. It's on this like, it's on an airline.
Okay.
Right? But 40 grand.
40 grand is
just
insanity.
for the plane tickets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But, and it's like, okay, when you go there, now you're going to also need like at least 20K each.
I don't even think so. That's not even.
That's what I'm saying. At least, like that's on like if you're eating out like maybe 3-4 times.
And does that include accommodation?
Exactly, right. It doesn't even. Yeah. But although accommodation is quite cheap.
Okay.
If you look on Airbnb.
Yeah. A quick tip: if you want to go get like a taste of Asia, and before you go to like Japan and China, go to Bali or Thailand. Like those are like very.
I'm so scared of
cheap.
Bali belly.
Yeah, apparently it's really bad.
I'm really scared of Bali belly because once you have that, your entire holiday is ruined.
Done, bro. But hopefully you get it like in the beginning and then you can recover. Maybe I don't know.
I was thinking like hopefully towards the end, but now imagine being on a plane.
Exactly in the airport and your stomach is cooking you. Yeah, no, I don't.
And my stomach cooks as is.
It's insane.
So like,
if she doesn't have food before the Red Bull, it's over.
It's done. It's really done. Like it's a problem.
But yeah, so like. I know Bali's currency is like so bad. Like I think
it's really bad. Yeah,
10,000 rand is like 35 million in like their currency or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Just check the.
It's
thing.
like around there. Whatever. This like is not an economic show.
Yeah, but if you go there with like 100K, you're a billionaire in Bali. It's crazy. So like look into that because flights there also I think a bit cheap. I think
they are. Like the flights are the only issue. Like flights are so expensive. But
it's crazy.
Anyway, sorry. Please carry on.
Sorry. Yeah. So that's kind of like what I like to do like as a carefree day, and that's also like what I would consider my time off is like doing that kind of stuff with my friends. Like if it's anything other than that, dude, I feel like I'm wasting time. You know what I mean? Like I always hate feeling like I'm sacrificing time for something that's not worth the sacrifice. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
Like if I go to a club, like it obviously being with my people makes it more bearable, but still just being in that environment, I'm just like, yo, can the clock strikes? Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, you know?
Exactly. I think like back when I was studying, like going out, I used to look at the clock and be like, oh my gosh, this night should never end. And now I'm like, bro, I need to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Like I want to be lying down in my bed. My feet are sore. I'm tired.
And 9 o'clock is late for me. Like on a regular day, I'm in bed by 7:30.
What?
Yeah.
What time do you sleep?
So it depends. Like, so from like 7:30 to like 9 o'clock, I will either read or watch Netflix, right? But like I've gotten back into reading again now, and it's like the best thing ever. Love it. Love it. I read 8 books in the last month.
8?
8 novels.
What the fuck?
And like 4 of them were like over 700 pages.
Dude, I don't even think I read 8 books a year.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
whoa.
yeah. I think it's an eldest daughter thing though.
Could be. But my sister also reads a lot. She's a younger sister. I think it's a daughter thing.
Yeah, I think it is. Like, but it's really good. I love it. And then like from like 9 o'clock, if I'm not with Adam, we'll FaceTime for like an hour. So like until like 10 o'clock. Then I'll read for like half an hour more and then I'm like done.
So how long do you usually sleep? Like, do you get your full like 7-8 hours?
Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, some nights, like when I'm restless, like when I have ideas and like business ideas going on in my head, like this podcast, I have had sleepless nights over. Like seriously. Then there's that, but most of the time I'm very like, I don't really like to stress.
Yeah.
Like when I first started my job, I'm in real estate, by the way. I should have covered that earlier. I used to get stressed over like the smallest things. And now I'm just like, bro, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
Whether I'm stressing or not.
Yeah.
I cannot like be a slave to this. So, yeah. And then I wake up at like between 7 and 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really good. That's really healthy. I don't sleep.
You've never slept.
Yeah.
You've never slept.
Do you know what time I slept this morning?
What?
Take a guess.
You've always been this person to go to bed late.
Yeah.
Like 2, 3, 4.
5.
What time did you wake up?
Like when you sent me that text at 9, I woke up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you're like surviving off. No wonder you live off. I live off caffeine and I get a full night's rest.
I know, but I'm working on it. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions is to like
No, you have to
start getting like at least 7 hours of sleep.
At least.
But I'll start that in June. Like right now, shit's just a bit.
What is it? It's nearly May.
almost
A whole other month. Why? Why are you waiting?
I just have a lot of shit I need to do. I have test week coming up even, so like
Oh,
I need to be on top of it. Like
Test week is not fun.
Not fun at all, bro.
It's not fun.
It's very, very deep. Like I'm scared, but I'll be okay. I'll be fine.
Actually, can I ask you something?
Please.
I'm not even like, I did like write a guideline or whatever, but I'm kind of just like going off it completely.
Anything and everything.
But okay, so you study at Tux, right? Yeah. And I also studied at Tux. But I stayed in Hatfield, right? Do you ever feel like because you don't stay in Hatfield, you miss out on you miss out on things, but like not even applying it to the person you are now, like let's say first, second year Welz, like did you ever feel that like FOMO of like, oh, everyone's in Hatfield and I'm like missing out on the jewels and this and that?
No, not necessarily. Like
I knew you were gonna say no.
Yeah, not necessarily. I think the biggest thing was that half of our group at the time stayed in Joburg and half of them stayed in Pretoria.
I had your half. It was so much fun.
But then also like that other half were also all in relationships. So they'd be with each other anyway. So it would be like the relationship people. So it wouldn't be like, you know, the whole group is there and then because I'm the only one that stays in Joburg, like I'm missing out on it. It's like when the shit's happening, then everyone would be there. So I wouldn't like necessarily miss out on anything at all, I don't think. Yeah. Because like I said, PT was like mostly the couples. Yeah, during those times.
You didn't miss out on anything much, if I'm being so honest with you. You really didn't.
Yeah, like I was already tired of the strip by that point. Like, I wasn't really feeling Pretoria that much. I still don't feel Pretoria. Like,
the strip is a whole conversation within itself.
yeah, it used to be like so peak. Like, don't
Yeah,
get me
it used to
wrong,
be.
it was very fun for a little bit, and then after that, it just
it went down like so quickly and like so badly. And I mean, I was working at the strip.
And you worked there for a while.
For
as well.
3 years,
Yeah,
I worked there. 2 and like 3/4 years, let's just say.
But I can imagine like what that's like. Like,
it was so
for
crazy.
You being at the strip, but like as your job, like you must have been.
And I was one of the first women to work at that bar.
Ooh, pause.
It was like, it was cool. Like, it was cool to be like, slay, feminism, woo. But like at the same time, no woman should work there.
Ooh, okay.
Like, you have to be like, not to say like no woman should work there. Listen, women, of course, we have the same opportunities as anybody else. But at the same time, like, it's not a thing I recommend to girls.
Is it a safety thing or just the environment?
It's a safety thing. It's an environmental thing. It pushed me to my edge because of men and the way these men were treating me as a woman and the women who were there. And it was just so disgusting to watch and to witness. And like, I always had to like keep quiet about it. But you know me, I never did. I've never kept quiet about anything that I don't agree with. So like, when I saw these things happening, I'm like, guys, like, let's do something. Like, what the fuck? This is not okay. And then I'd always get like shut down, like, oh, Jess, you're being dramatic, or like this and that. And it's like, I was being gaslit. I was like, guys, please, this is not okay.
That is like, not a work environment at all.
This is not okay. Like, how can and I did, that's the sad part, which I'm like, at least I kind of like did my part a little bit, because I think I did make the women who were there feel safer. And it was like, guys, we should really do something about this.
You know what the scariest thing is about that? Is that these are students as well.
They're students.
Like, these are people that like...
First years.
Yeah.
17, 18.
Like, these are kids, bro. Like, as in when
18,
if they're not in that environment, or like on that Friday, Saturday, Thursday, when they're there, that next Monday, they are going to school and will probably walk past somebody that they fucked with. Or like, if you get into a fight, the same guy that you fucked up outside of
the fights,
the places that I wouldn't mention them by name, but the places outside the strip, you'll probably see that he's probably in your class. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to think bigger than that. Like, it's not just, we're in varsity. Like, no, bro.
No. It's like, you know what, like the older men, whatever, older men are older men. Like, it isn't really changing that. But like, with the younger men and the younger women, it's always like, be better.
Yeah.
Like, this is a young girl who's going to carry this experience with her for the rest of her life. And it's going to alter her perspective on so much. But yeah, it's like, I'm glad I had the experience. I don't regret it. I definitely don't regret it. I had a lot of fun while I was working there. And it was really cool. It was exciting. Like, I got to be involved very quickly and easily because I worked there. You know, it was like, oh my word, that's so cool. I'm like, slay, it is pretty cool. But like, I'm like, oh, what a weird flex, but okay. You know?
No, but shout out, it's still a really cool thing to have done though. I won't lie. Like, I think it's really cool that you were firstly like the first woman to do that. But also like, it's an interesting job. You know, like, what else would you have done in that area? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so. But
like, it's all right. You had some cool life experiences.
But you don't feel like you missed out, which is cool. You know?
A little bit, dude. I don't know. Like, FOMO just, I don't know, man. Like, I think
FOMO is a disease.
Yeah. I don't get the whole FOMO thing. Like, I used to, you know what it is? Like, I think in primary school, like, I was bullied a little bit. So like, I wasn't like invited to like the birthday parties, or like, I remember I was invited to maybe like one, and that's because the girl was being nice. But then it was like a thing of, because of that, where I just learned to be like, okay, well, I don't care, like, not being there. Because these guys would like come back from the parties next day, like, yo, paintball, like, oh my God, you should have seen. And I'm just there like, oh, I wasn't there, right? So like, the FOMO was like a thing then. But then I think by the time I got to grade 7, I was just like, oh, I don't really care. And then that's when I started getting invited to places and da-da-da. So I think from youth, dude, like, I've just been like, okay, sounds cool, man. I'm glad you enjoyed, or like, glad you're having fun. But yeah, I don't really crave being there, to be honest.
FOMO is a real disease. Like, it consumes a lot of people.
Yeah.
I had severe FOMO. But I mean, like, same as you, like, I wasn't necessarily bullied, but I wasn't really invited to a lot of things throughout primary school and high school. So it was like, I felt like I was missing out. And then like any opportunity that came my way, I was like, yes, let's go.
Like,
and if I wasn't there, I was like watching people's Instagram stories and being like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sad. Like, you know, I really wish I could be there. And now I'm like, oh, shame, they're out.
Like, dude, you're not tired, bro.
Like,
Do
what?
you know what I mean?
What do you do for a living that like you feel like this is okay on a Sunday?
Exactly, dude. Like,
you know?
What is going on?
It's so crazy.
You know what the craziest thing is like, I feel like, and you said this earlier about like your early 20s, but like eventually everyone will get to that point. But like, I wonder what it is. Like, I wish we could just see like a roadmap of our decisions to see like what it is that you and I did, or like what happened in our lives that we were able to just like detach from that at an earlier age. Because people will tell you like, even like these motivational guys, they'll say like, you're in your 20s, go live your life. Like, we're still living our lives, but we're just not choosing to do it the way that the bunch is, right? Like, we're not being followers and going and doing all of that. So I just want to know like what it is specifically about you and I, and like other people who are like us, who are just like, oh, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I'm cool. I don't need it.
I'm good.
Yeah. You know?
Like, please have fun without me.
Yeah, like,
you know?
enjoy, bro.
And like, so many people say like, oh, but like, when you're in your 40s, are you not gonna like, once you're like settled down and married, like, aren't you gonna wish that you did that?
Yeah.
No.
No, probably not, bro.
Not at all.
But you know what it is? Like, and people have a lot of tells about like the way that they think and the way that they view life. So like, if somebody says to you, don't you want to be settled down by 40? That means that in their head, their version of being 40 years old is being settled down in like a house with the family and whatnot.
Only when you're 40, you know?
Right? Only when you're 40, firstly, but also like for other people, when I think about myself when I'm 40, yes, I have a family, yes, I have a family home, all of that, but we're traveling. We're still living life. We're
going to have so much fun.
Yeah,
like, life doesn't end when you have a family.
Yeah,
life actually starts there.
Exactly.
You know?
We'll go see the fucking Northern Lights. Like, we will be fine. Like, it's not like all of a sudden now you turn 40 and it's like, okay, I'm gonna stay home and not do anything. Like, no, bro. Like, why?
You're still gonna have a car.
Yeah.
You're still, and the thing is, now you have people that, like, little people you've made, and like a person that you've chosen to be yours for the rest of your life, and like, this is who you get to do all those fun things with. You know, like, Adam and I will be able to like travel together with our kids, and it's like, that's so cool that I can do that with you. And it's like, what would I be regretting? I wouldn't even be thinking about my 20s.
Like, you'll be thinking about
that's 20 years ago.
Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, I didn't go to fucking, where did people go?
I didn't go to like I didn't go to that jaw.
I didn't go there when I was 21 on the 3rd of December. Like, what the, like, no, dude, you're not gonna think like that. You're living too much now. Like,
I didn't go to Katie's Palace on a Sunday.
Like, what do you, come on, buddy. Like, there's 50 of them a year. Like,
they are.
Miss anything. Like, it's okay.
Exactly. And like, nobody is gonna hate you if you don't go.
Exactly. And if they do, fuck them, dude.
Yeah, and if they do, like, they're obviously not meant to be in your life, and that's it. But I think for us, it's very black and white in that sense.
Perhaps,
I think for a lot of people, there's that gray area of like, you know, and for us, it's very much like, fuck that. I don't even want to do that. Like, it's literally whatever.
No desire whatsoever.
Yeah. And then there's a thing of, okay, cool, wanting to go, but then a lot of people are stuck in that like gray area.
It's all right though. They'll make it out.
Like, exactly.
Hopefully, but like, yeah, it's just, I think we're just early to the party.
Which is so cool. I'm so grateful for that. It's nice to have that.
Indeed.
At a young age, you know. Anyways, I have a question for you.
Hit me.
Okay, you're quite a smooth person.
Okay.
So you've got to spill the tea on this one. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you or that you've done, and how did you handle that?
Yo, dude. I think like, oh fuck, dude, I don't even know. Oh, okay, I know, and you know this girl as well. So one time.
Are we name dropping? No. Okay, no name drops.
I'll tell you when the camera shuts off. So this one girl, I don't know how I started speaking to her, but like, we just started speaking, and she like asked me to be her date to like her grade 10 formal, right? So I went with her, I was her date, and then like I started liking the girl a little bit, like a lot. Ooh, there's actually 2 instances with this girl, but anyway. So the first one was, we went out to Stones, maybe. I can't even remember. Like,
Stones, that's so crazy.
I was with her and her friends, and then one of my other mates that you also know. And I was out of my depth. Like, I didn't know these people. I was not with any of my boys. Like, I don't step anywhere without my guys. Like, I need
you
to,
don't.
you know,
You really
I need
don't.
to have like my dogs with me to make sure that everything's cozy. But yeah, so this girl I'm talking to, and I'm telling her like, oh, I'm in love with you. Like, you know, I like you a lot. Like, you know, like what's up? Like, be my girlfriend. Like, let me take you seriously. And then she's like, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, I was like, what? Like, I'm being honest with you. And she's like, yo, dude, but you need to chill a bit. And I was like, okay, cool. Then she's like, we haven't even kissed yet. Then I was like, oh, okay, my bad. And then I leaned in to kiss her and she said, dude, and she pushed me in and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Can you just like take it easy? And I was like, oh my God. She was like, we'll get there, but not in front of my friends. And I was like, why not in front of your friends? She's like, because I don't want them to know. And I said, oh my God. I was like, this hun is embarrassed of me. Yeah. But behind closed doors, like we were like chopping. But when her friends were around, she was like, no,
That's
dude.
not even embarrassing. That's just like so sad.
I was like, dude, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? And then when I got home, she texted me like, hope you got home safe. Da, da, da,
Oh,
da, da, da.
fuck
And I'm
you.
like, oh, okay, cool. So this one was actually embarrassed of me. But to be fair, her ex was there and she was still very close with her ex. So,
Okay.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't
This
know.
was like reasonable.
And
But
then
anyway.
the second part of it with the same girl was, this is like now towards the end of things. And she just wasn't like, yeah, things weren't working out between us. So we're at this house party, and I'm exposing myself so hard right now. Yo, I don't know if I want to tell the story. Fuck it, whatever. Exclusive.
Everything personal.
Shit, dude, I don't know if I want to tell the story, but
You
fuck
don't
it.
have to.
No, I'm gonna tell it.
Okay, yay.
So like I took one of her friends outside and I'm chatting up her friend, like I'm cooking right now. And I'm holding this hand, and as I'm about to kiss her, the door opens. And she sees me and she goes, Welz, what the fuck? And I go inside to chase after her. She turns around, she says, nah, pushes me against the wall. 4 of her friends started fucking me up. Inside the house, started beating the shit out of me, bro. Like, okay, maybe not like beating me up, but it was like 5 slaps and a punch for sure. Like, I remember like standing there, like, what the fuck? And my one friend Libs, you know Libs, he was dying at me, and they left. They left the house party after that shit.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. But
that's insane.
It's mad.
Holy shit.
It's so mad, bro. It's so insane. Like there's so much more. Like I can't think of any right now.
I was not expecting that when I asked you this question. I was thinking like, oh yeah, no, like, you know, I fell into a pool once or whatever.
They rocked my shit.
No, I'm like,
yeah, they rocked my shit. It was a long time.
This is exclusive.
This is highly exclusive.
Highly exclusive content.
You can clip this up, put it on TikTok.
I'm literally like...
You might see it though, I won't lie. But whatever, fuck it. Yeah. But there's so much more, Jess. Like, I just can't think of any right now. One time, this was like quite recently, in like 2022, I went to the strip, or I had a thing with my parents, and my boys were going to Pretoria. So I was like, shit, okay, like, you know, I'm late, there's traffic, hadn't eaten the whole day, so I'm rushing, hop in the shower quick. I get to his house, they're like, okay, we're leaving now. Take the shot, go. I take the shot, we get in the Uber, they make a car bomb for the Gautrain. Dude, they were drinking already, so they say to me like, dude, Welz, you have to hold down half of this. Like, you have to. Because you're like behind. I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it. I down that thing. I drink over half of it.
Oh my gosh.
Get to the strip, I'm fucked. Dude.
Yeah.
I get a jam jar, blacked out. Completely blacked out. After, like,
jam jars are deadly.
They're so deadly.
I
drank the jam bar, passed the fuck out, and apparently, like, I disappeared. And they found me in the middle of the club dancing with some girl, like, yeah. And then we get in the Uber. Yo, sorry to my future employers if you see this. It happens to all of us, okay? I'm laying down in the Uber like this, and all of a sudden, I just start chanting.
Oh, no.
And the Uber driver but like, it was like a little bit, and the Uber driver says, no, open the window, and I chanted out the window on the highway, like that. We get back to my mate's place. As I'm walking in, I fall on the floor. I'll send you the video, but you can't put it in.
I won't, I promise you I won't.
I fall on the floor. I wake up with cuts here. like all over me. It was really bad. Yeah, but fortunately, it was just like 3 of my mates. There was no one else that was around that time. Yeah.
That's a night out in Pretoria
That's
for
a
you.
night out, dude.
That's
That's a night out.
that's what it
Yeah,
is,
no,
you know.
it was pretty bad. I can't think of others right now, but
That is so.
yeah.
No, you've given me like more than enough, please. Oh my gosh, that
Yeah,
is
man. Yeah.
insane.
Got my shit rocked.
Thank you for sharing
No,
those
of course,
stories.
of
I feel
course.
like I really,
Yeah, when
geez.
I tell you the name of the girl, you'll probably be like, oh.
Makes sense. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm kidding. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Insane stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're nearing the end
Alrighty.
of this, so I do have one final question for you.
Sure.
It is going to be a little bit deep,
Hit me.
or like not really, I guess. But I mean, say whatever you want.
Sure.
Okay, if you had to give advice to your younger self, what would you say?
Yo. How far young are we going?
Let's say like 7, 8.
Ooh. Don't worry about fitting in. Yeah. Don't worry about it at all. And I can expand on that if you want.
Please go ahead.
Like, I think kind of the whole theme that we've been talking about today is like making sure or trying to encourage people to not be like everybody else and to not force themselves into doing what they don't want to do or being in environments that they don't want to be in. And I think 7 or 8 is probably the time when like you are most easily peer pressured and influenced.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And telling that to my 7 or 8-year-old self, I feel like would kind of set him on the path of being like, okay, like in the future, I don't have to do stupid things. Like I don't need to try things that people influence me to try. I don't need to worry about dressing a certain way to impress other people or, burdening myself with like appraisal and compliments and whatnot from people that I don't even like care about or people that aren't even going to be in your life in the next 5 to 10 years.
Literally.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was something that not that I did necessarily, more so on like the fishing for compliments side of things, but I was very easily influenced from like grade 5 until the beginning of grade 8. Like I did things at the time that I didn't even know I wasn't supposed to be doing, right? Because it was like normalized to me, and like these guys were just like, yeah, just try this, just try this, just try this. And looking back at it now, I'm like, yo, like if my child was doing that shit, I would be like, yo, what the fuck? Like I'm taking this kid to jail. Do you know what I mean? Like, who are these kids that are making my son do A, B, C, and D? So yeah, just don't be easily encouraged. Like, don't be easily influenced. Don't sway too much with the crowd. Yeah, it's a very, very big thing for me. Like, I'm aware that I'm a black sheep in many different situations. Do you know what I mean? Like, not even to be like arrogant in any type of way, but it's just something that I can see, I can feel, I can tell when I interact with people or when people interact with me. Like people are just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like I never knew that you thought like that, or I never knew that that's what you're into. You know, like I like not being the same as everybody else.
Of course.
You know? Yeah.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
I think so.
I think it's meant to be that way.
100%, dude.
And yeah, I mean, that's some great advice that you would tell your younger self. And I think a lot of kids need to.
For sure.
Need to hear that. It's it's very easy to fall into these traps of like, how you want to identify yourself the same way you identify your friends. And it's like, don't do that, you know? Like, just be you. Just like, chill. You are so cool. Like, once you actually get to know yourself, you actually realize like how fucking cool you are.
Really. And so like how unique and like individualistic you are. Like, I think that's something that people also forget. Like, everything about you, from like the way that your face is made up to the way your voice sounds to the way your body is made up, your fingerprints is like so different and unique from everybody else. Literally 8 billion other people. Like, why would you then want to disregard that and try and be like everybody else? You know?
No, it's
like,
so crazy.
Like, don't be like a trend follower. Like, just live your life. Yeah, like, live your life.
I agree, and I think it's such a like freeing thing once you realize that that's actually what you can be and what you can do is just be yourself.
100%.
It's like, it's such a relief. It's like you don't have that pressure.
So much.
It's so much like it's just easier. It makes life easier.
Can I turn the question back to you, but tweak it a little bit?
Okay.
So like in your life, in your past, like let's say from 7 years old, or 7 is a bit young, maybe from like 10 years old till now, give me 2 points between that timeline where you feel like the younger Jess would need to hear from the older Jess in that timeline. So like between 10 and 22.
So between 10 and now.
Yeah.
When I think like my
The
younger...
2 most important times that the younger self, like your younger self, would need to hear from older Jess.
So like, okay, I have been through quite a bit in my life, but I think when I was at my lowest point mentally, I think that's when I needed to hear from the version of me now and be like, bro, it's literally going to be fine. Like, you need to relax and actually do something with your life.
Yeah. What age was that?
This was when I was 19. 20.
Yeah,
around there. Like, just like pick your head up, do what makes you happy, and fucking like just make a routine for yourself. Like, just make something of you, you know? I think that's what I needed to hear at that age. And then I think like when I was younger, maybe like 11, 12 is like probably the same as like you, because it's also something I did struggle with. So I'm not trying to like steal your answer, but it's like, it's true that like, fuck those bitches. Literally fuck them, because a lot of the friends I had made me feel so shitty about myself. And I was like, just literally ignore them. Like, don't even be friends with them.
Yeah.
Like, just leave it as it is. They were so terrible. And it was like, that actually, it impacted me a lot in my friendships in the future. And like, just my trust in general. So it was like, just fuck them.
Yeah.
Literally. That's like the best advice I can give myself. Is like, just fuck what everyone else thinks.
You say that to the 10-year-old.
Yeah. I feel like, fuck him.
Little Jessica.
Literally, no, fully.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I would. But anyways, that's a wrap for today's episode of Everything Personal. Huge thanks to Welz for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Providing so much wisdom, laughter, and just unapologetic honesty. It's been so much fun, man. I can't wait to do it again.
It felt so natural as well. How do you feel?
Amazing.
You feel good?
I feel great. Like,
love. Yeah.
I don't know. I knew it was going to be fine. It's like you just have to get over that like first hurdle.
Yeah.
Of like just starting. Then it's like, okay, cool. We in it now.
Yeah.
We ready to go. Imagine these mics haven't been on the whole time.
Dude, I will lose my shit, yo. I have a question though.
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, tell the viewers how frequently we can be expecting episodes. Like,
so I am planning on doing something weekly. But if I don't stick to that, please don't like lose your trust in me. But hopefully in the next week or so, you should be expecting something cool, exciting, fresh, fun. You know how it is.
Fuck yeah.
Also, please feel free to drop me a DM, a message, and let me know what you thought of this podcast, what you think I could do. Give me some ideas. And I want to get you guys involved as much as it's not just my show, it's everybody's show. Let's get involved. If you want to get involved, if you want to sit on this couch and tell me some of your stories, let me know. If you have something you can add that you feel like will help someone out there, let's do it. If you just want to laugh and have fun, please be my guest. But remember, be shameless, be yourself, and keep getting personal. I'll catch you guys next time on Everything Personal. Bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.